I need you to talk about the accident. Did your life flash before your eyes?
Yes.
You thought it was dead.
I thought I was dead, yes.
Can you name the list of 6 people you reached out to?
Yeah. No, the only people in the company that knew, besides my sister, because it was her car, were Nick, Big Cat, and the Unnecessary Roughness 4. Okay. Or I guess 3, because I'm a 4th one. So Jack, Katie, and Casey. Those were the only people in the company that knew that I had a wreck last week, yeah. But I was driving down the interstate, and it was a huge storm. And the wind took me and started me into a hydroplane, and I was out of control at 60 miles an hour.
For how long? Like seconds?
Seconds, yeah. Yeah. Damn. But I started spinning. Is
there a part of you now, knowing what has transpired in the last 24 hours and that Mincy's back, that you wish that God had just taken you? Yeah.
I would have gotten a huge spotlight when I died.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Oh, imagine if you died right before Mincy came back, the day before.
Well... No, I would need like a week before. I would need a week of spotlight. Then he comes back. He takes it away.
Do you have to buy your sister another car?
No. She had left it at my house, obviously, because she came to New York, and then we were about to retire that car anyway. So now it's going to retire with a little bit more damage. It didn't get totaled or anything. It just the back end got damaged. No.
I was telling people it got totaled.
There wasn't that much damage other than psychological.
Wait, so are you being a pussy about it?
Brand, I'm on your side. That's traumatic.
Right, but it wasn't totaled.
It wasn't totaled, no.
What was, like, if you looked at the car, you're like, that's a nasty wreck?
You'd be like,
or
hey,
you're like, oh, someone hit him.
No,
like,
you'd be like, wow, that somebody really rear-ended the hell out of that car.
Okay. Did any windows break?
Wait, rear-ended?
Mirror popped off.
The mirror, the
driver's, the passenger side mirror, and the
that was a no to the airbags
and the tail light. The airbags did not come up.
Go?
No, the airbags did not come up.
Could you have driven? Did they have to tow the car away?
Did someone come and drive
home?
Someone came.
Did they put you in like a space blanket and they drove it home?
The car got driven home.
Oh, Brad, I was so worried about
Brandon.
you.
I was fucked up.
Brandon.
The car was fine. I wasn't fine.
Did you hydroplane into like the shoulder or the median? Or what
I
happened?
hydroplaned off the shoulder fence. There was a rail that caught me and pushed me back onto it.
Onto the road?
Were you pumping brakes or what? What were you doing in this
No,
situation?
I just
you stepped on the brake?
I don't know if I stepped on the
mistake.
brake or not. I don't know if I did.
Did you really take your hands off the wheel?
For a second, yeah.
You were like, Jesus, take the wheel?
Yeah.
That's kind of, yeah.
But the car looks as good as new.
Car does not look as good as new. In fact,
if it was photographed from the front, we'd be like, that's a nice car.
Yeah.
It'd be great, too, if Brandon got in this car accident, he went to the hospital, and they're like, he's like, what's wrong with me, Doc? He's like, you just haven't had water.
Yeah, no, I drank enough water.
You just look dehydrated. It has nothing to do with the car accident.
You have diabetes.
everything's fine. And then I got.
I thought it was Jaws of Life.
It wasn't Jaws of Life. I never said it was Jaws of Life.
I made it sound like that.
You
a little
kinda
bit.
made
Not ever say that.
Did you have sex that day?
No, I haven't had sex since.
You haven't fucked since?
No, and it's been a week and a half.
Oh.
But the COVID was in the way too.
That's true.
The COVID.
When you said your life like flashed before your eyes, what was there one particular? Was it like the worm farm?
It was my wife and kids.
Paramedic pulled me out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
This was like a Ricky Bobby, like, fake on fire situation.
no.
Paramedic
What do you mean
opened the
pulled
door.
you out?
Did
That
he
implies
open-
window.
Yeah, did he open the door?
No, he opened the door. Yeah.
Like, pulled you out like both arms, or you just take your hand?
At first, he said, "Get out."
Dude, open the door and get out.
Dude, you're being weird.
I'm not minimizing your trauma. 'cause
You are.
that's
You are. That's
real.
exactly what you're
No,
doing.
your trauma is
Yeah.
real, but just hearing the fact that the paramedic just opened the door and, like,
Sir?
grabbed your hand. Yeah, grabbed your hand like you're like a damsel getting off a boat.
Yeah. No. That's.
Hey, dude,
that's
you
what
can't
happened.
park here.
Holy
Were there other
shit.
cars near it all? Or
Yeah, well, it was in the middle of the interstate at that point. It was a 3-lane interstate, and it was straddling lanes 2 and 3. So he got me out, walked me to the side of the road, and then he got in the car and he got in the car and rolled it to the side of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was like you were in the hospital, you were airlifted to the hospital and all that stuff. So that's why I didn't tell.
I mean, there was when he grabbed me, there was air as I stepped into the onto the interstate, so you could say I was airlifted. If you want to say that, I wouldn't say it, but you can say that I was airlifted from the
We-
scene.
believe the
by
guy
the-
fucking drove
By
the car.
tomorrow, I would love to get the paramedic's name and have him call in. I want to hear his recap.
I want an accident report. I can't believe you drove the car off the highway.
Calmly, too. He calmly did it. I was freaking out.
Wait, so how long were you just sitting on? Were you just sitting on the highway screaming? Like how long?
Screaming?
I wasn't screaming. I was no, I wasn't doing that.
It's a Roan spider
What were you
scream.
doing? You were just sitting on the highway. You
I-
didn't try to drive it yourself.
No.
I'm piecing this all together, and so that means you got in the accident, and then you were sitting
Well,
there.
they called the cop. Then they called the cops. And the
Who
cops,
did?
The guy and his wife, Dwayne, and the paramedic and his wife. He was off-duty paramedic.
Wait a
oh,
minute.
What? Wait.
Whoa!
So wait, it wasn't an ambulance?
wait!
He was an
Did he just own a car?
He was an off-duty paramedic.
So he didn't arrive in a
What
paramedic
the-
So there
vehicle.
wasn't an
Well,
ambulance.
no, it's his vehicle.
Was he
is
was
paramedic.
driving an ambulance?
Huh?
Was he driving an ambulance?
No.
Well,
But
did you go in an ambulance?
No. I went. But anyway,
How'd you
Back
get
of
home?
a truck.
Huh?
How did you get home
I
from
rode.
this?
I was driven home in the car.
Who drove the car home?
The Tahoe?
My uncle came and got me. But anyway,
Wait, your uncle?
Your family?
no, I have many uncles. Anyway,
Explain who drove you home.
after the cops came, it was about 3 hours after the accident because there was a big. They said the car's okay to go, and they said you're okay, and I drove the car the rest of the way. I got there about 3 hours after I was supposed to.
Nothing that you sent me.
How did he break it to you?
Okay.
No, this is true. Everything I said.
Had
is
a
true.
bad wreck today driving in a storm in Illinois. Wind caught me and knocked me out of control.
Yep.
Hydroplaned off the road and hit the retaining wall.
Yep.
Paramedic pulled me out.
Dwayne.
Off duty.
Yeah.
He kept me under observation for 4 hours.
That's 3 hours. It was 3 hours.
But I thought, so when I read that,
You in hospital.
I was Jaws of Life. Paramedic dragged you out of the car, and then they put you in the hospital for 4 hours.
So-
it was a off-duty paramedic who
hold on.
Happened to be driving
hold on.
by.
gently
Wait.
walked you out of the car, and then
Stop.
you
He
was in a
sat on
Geo
the
Metro
side of
with
the
a little
highway
siren
for 3
on top.
hours.
An
one of
ambulance
those
did
little-
come. I did not get into the ambulance.
Okay.
They did look at me. An actual paramedic did come look at me. That's the truth.
That's the truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwayne was not a paramedic. I mean, he was not an on-duty paramedic. But a real one came. They did look at me. They gave me the whole test.
Dwayne just passing? He happened to be driving
I
by?
think Dwayne was in the car behind me and saw the wreck. Yeah.
Dwayne,
sounds
if
like
you're
a hell
out
of a
there,
guy.
we need you
Best thing
badly.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.